Okay, I'm turning it on. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Frizzy's Corner Bar. Hopefully you're able to hear us tonight. So if you aren't, just send us a message. So we are doing a show in honor of St. Patrick's Day, which is next, Thursday. So I'm going to make a couple Irish cocktails with an Irish flair. And
I'm going to make a double iron cheese baked cod. And my name is Pat McCrotch. So I'm actually going to jump right into the fish part of the dinner. I'm actually having a little red breast. Stephen Quinn, you may get yours out.
Kevin says, sounds good. Thank you, Kevin, for letting us know. Appreciate that.
Yep. And Jane, I'm glad that you like the clams and linguine. I'm sorry it took me a little while to get that recipe to you. Hopefully it was good. And anyway, so I'm going to get started here. So
I know now I'm going to have to be without a cocktail for a while since Mike's starting.
So I'm actually going to mix up this right here. It won't take that long, but we didn't set up the other camera, so I don't have that available. So what I have here is...
let me put the camera on.
Sure.
Okay.
So I have... Is that okay?
Yes.
So these are 4 fish fillets. I went to Roach Brothers and picked this up. It came in. My friend Patrice is over there, and she takes good care of me when it comes to fish. She knows for the show and her and this.
So if you want to talk, why don't you move over a little closer?
This other young man who was there, they cut me out 4 nice loins, which was like, yes, I'll take those for sure. So I don't have the long, thin fillets. These are each about 4 or 5 ounces a piece. Not too big, but so what I'm going to do is I dried them off, and then I have, here it is. I made up a seasoned salt. You guys probably use like Laura seasoned salt or something of that nature. I put the recipe on our website so that you can make up your own versus buying it. And you can actually add in other spices like smoked paprika. I just use regular paprika. So you can kind of customize it a little bit. It's easy to make. Takes about 2 minutes, and then you have a nice jar of it. This is salt, pepper, onion powder, paprika, red pepper, and I think there's one other thing in there. I'd have to look here. I have it on my recipe real quick.
And is this all going to go on the fish, or can you use it?
This is just for later on, you know. So
and we can use it on. That would be good on steak or chicken, or.
Yeah, that's it. It's salt, black pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and some cayenne pepper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by sprinkling some of this on there, and I probably should have put it in the bowl first. Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts today.
Can I read some things? Oh, sure. Sandy says new aprons. Yes, Mike has them too. But if he would have put it on, you wouldn't have been able to see his having crush. But this was. I bought this for Mike for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Valentine's Day.
She doesn't know what she wants.
I know. I don't know. And no, I know. I bought it for Valentine's Day. It was a little late arriving. It was actually made in Ukraine. So, and Dave says nice fillets. They do look nice.
Yeah, they are. I was very pleased.
Jamie says, hey guys, nice to see you.
Good to see you or hear from you. So,
one more
okay, sure.
Dave says, love the shirt, Mike. Dave Frizzy. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I had taken, you can use a baking carafe or a baking dish, but what you want to make sure you do is that you don't have the fish right up bumping against each other. You want to have some space there. So I'm using, this is just a big baking pan that I use, and in here, again, the recipe is on there, but I'll read it off real quick. It's panko breadcrumbs, fresh parsley. 2 tablespoons of Coleman's. I use the dry mustard, and then I have some minced green onions in there. About 6 ounces of double-liner cheese. And double-liner cheese is like it's like a cheddar cheese, but it's a little sharper and it's a little harder. It actually is pretty good. It's I was kind of surprised.
Is it doubliner or Dubliner?
Yes. It's, I
It's
guess
an
Dubliner,
Irish
double-liner.
cheese, right?
Yes,
is it made in Dublin?
Yeah. So
I'm guessing it is.
it's called double-liner, double-liner, whatever. And then I have some heavy whipping cream. And then there was one other thing I thought I was, oh yes, this butter. So then after the dry mustard, I have the green onions in there. I have the double-liner cheese, and then I have the heavy whipping cream. And I have 2 tablespoons of melted Kerrygold Irish butter. And I'm going to pour that into this here. And in this bowl is...
I'm just opening up that.
Yeah. So in here is all of those ingredients. And now what I'm going to do is just mix this up. And then I'm going to just... There's extra in here. I'm not going to use all this. I didn't realize how much it made. I wouldn't have probably made quite this much. So if you have more fish, this would probably work. So I made the whole recipe, but I didn't realize I wasn't getting this much fish. So.
Okay, so slow down.
Okay.
Okay, turn that camera on. Put this under there so that they can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all of them mixed together. Okay, now.
Okay. So I'm just going to take this and pat this into the fish fillets. And Dave, I'm really enjoying that book. I cannot tell you how cool it is. When I'd gone to that Lexington cemetery to visit Jake one day, I was visiting Jake, but his apartment was right next to that cemetery. And I saw that tombstone of John, I think it was John Powers, who was the leader of the Minuteman. And then I'm reading that book, and then it's like all about him. So like this history stuff is really cool, and I really appreciate you sending me up that book. I'm at about page 120, something like that in there. I've been reading it every night.
Can I show another comment?
Sure, yeah, you can show anything.
Okay, and now my mom, she says I'm watching. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Louise.
Okay, I'm going to hide the camera.
Okay, well, I'm almost done. I've got one last thing to do here.
Okay.
So this is a cup and a half of heavy cream. And I don't know if I'm going to use all of this, but I'm following the recipe, but I
think
have...
you should put it all in there because it's going to kind of steam it, right?
Yeah, it kind of makes it... I want to say it's almost like a chowder.
Well, so this, when he told me he was going to make this recipe, I was like, really? When you watch all the cooking shows, they're always like, cheese and seafood? Like you should, like that, you should never mix cheese and seafood.
Yes.
So I was like, they said, well, I guess with the heavy cream, it's kind of like a fish chowder or something. So yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so this is going in the oven. It says for 20 minutes. I think this is probably going to be done in about 12 to 15, give or take, just because my pieces of fish aren't quite as large. So,
okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so now I'm going to make the first cocktail. So the first cocktail I am going to make is an Irish Negroni. So, and actually when I was typing this recipe up, I remembered like just last month, Mike made that bittersweet cocktail, which was similar to a Negroni. So we love our Campari and vermouth. I actually am trying a new Irish whiskey today called Hinch. Well, new to me, I should say. This was one that was recommended at the liquor store. So I'm going to hide this recipe. So the Negroni is 1 part Irish whiskey, 1 part sweet vermouth, and 1 part Campari bitters. So I am going to hide this. It's 1-1-1.
Or if you want them larger, you could make it 2-2-2.
And this one does not take the mint. I just noticed that one I was like, there's no mint in this. So this one we're gonna garnish with orange. So this Finch, and for the other cocktail, I'm gonna use Slain. Slain, we actually bought Slain a while back, and I really like it. This is actually a reasonable price point. It's like $25, where this is like $10 more. And when I did the taste comparison of the two, this is the Slain, and this is the Finch.
And this is the Red Rose 15.
And you can see that the Hinch is much lighter. And it's not as flavorful as the Slain, because the Slain is actually triple cask. They put it in a virgin cask, then a smoked cask, and then they finish it off in a sherry cask, where this Hinch is aged in a bourbon barrel, which is why I thought it'd be good in this Irish Negroni, which is also a riff on a Boulevardier as well. So we're just gonna do.
Which one is that?
That's the Hinch. So we're gonna do, and I'm making 2 cocktails, and this is a stirred cocktail because it's a liquor cocktail. So I'm mixing it in my mixing glass here. Do you mind getting out the ice?
I like the
ball?
Hinch.
Well, I know it depends on what you want. I thought the Hinch would be better in this cocktail. Do you mind getting out the ice balls you made? Mike made some more frosty balls.
Pat my crotch and big balls.
And then let's see, what else do we have here? Charlotte says, I had to watch because it's an Irish themed meal. Looks terrific. And Dave Frizy says, damn, you're making me hungry. I might have to go fix something. And then Ken Pulse says, hey guys. Hi Ken. Thanks for joining us. Okay, and then yes, I did measure that out. I was going, okay, I actually have to taste it because now I don't remember what I did. Yeah, no, there's no bourbon in that. I mean, no whiskey in that. Okay, so I've measured out my liquors. I'm going to take and fill my mixing glass to the brim with ice. You want to make sure, don't hold back on the ice. And we're going to stir this. And, the key to stirring it is to get a nice dilution.
So why do you put the liquor in first?
Well, because if you get distracted like I do, you don't want that ice to be diluting while you're pouring the cocktail. And so we're just going to stir this, get this nice, and then this is going to take an orange garnish, which is the traditional Negroni garnish, and then we're going to pour this in our. I like to serve these in an old-fashioned glass and I'm going to put one of Mike's rocks balls in here. And really, you can use an Irish whiskey, to replace any bourbon or whiskey.
Do you want to put this in now?
Yes, please. Okay. And then I'm going to squirt my orange peel on there.
Feel how hard my balls are.
Yeah, I know. Worry about you. Oh, and Ken says, thanks for the coasters. You're welcome. Thanks for always being a loyal follower. Hey, Mike. Hey, here you go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Cheers, everyone. I like that. It's a good. So I love Boulevardiers, which is the same cocktail with bourbon. So it's kind of not as sweet as the bourbon, and it just brings out it's a little smokier flavor or something. Mm-hmm. So there is the Negroni. Now, you had something to talk about?
Oh, yes. So what I'm making with dinner tonight is the fish. And then I'm going to saute some spinach over here. You don't need to see it, but I put some butter into the pan. I let it melt, and then I added in my spinach, but I'm not cooking it because it really cooks up pretty quick. And I very lightly spiced it. You don't want to put very much of anything in there because a whole pan of raw spinach will cook down into 2 little pieces, just 2 little servings. So all that flavor really gets concentrated. And then I have a mixed salad that I'll show you. We always eat huge salads here. And then I made up some olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. I use some really nice stuff here. And then I put in just a couple of grains of pepper, just a few grains of coarse salt.
Here, let me show that. I've not shown it. Okay. There we go.
Okay, and then I have these little things floating in there are some fresh garlic that I diced up. And then I took some fresh Reggiano cheese. I always get it backwards, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Reggiano Parmesan. Parmesan Reggiano. Whatever.
I'm not going to try to help that one.
Yeah. So and then I shaved that really fine in here, and then I just let this sit for probably an hour, and then this dark circle is where I cut my finger and blood went in. It's actually not. It's a drop of balsamic vinegar. And then when you take your bread and then stir it up, all those flavors kind of come together. So it's nice. But I always make this early so that all those flavors can kind of meld together, and the garlic can release its oils and everything like that. So, and you can put anything in here you want. You don't have to follow what I do. Sometimes I'll do Italian spices. Sometimes I'll do a little smoked paprika, which gives it a very interesting flavor. Sometimes I don't do the balsamic, but so this is super simple to do. You go into these nice restaurants and you go, oh, this is great, but you can do it at home in 2 minutes. So, and I do this a lot. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, so Sandy says, we'll try that recipe on the fish we brought home from Florida. That sounds good. I know that fresh fish from Florida will look delicious. Well, that's Ken's. Thanks for the coasters. We already said that. And then Dave Frizy says, nice ice. It is nice ice. We have, if you haven't heard the story, it's a Wintersmith. You didn't talk about that, did you? Did I? It's a Wintersmith, and it basically freezes from the bottom up, so the ice stays clear. You don't get all of the cloudiness from the minerals in the ice, and it freezes it at a temperature. And then Kevin says, my mom says my great-great-great-grandfather was born in Ireland. So I know there's a lot of Irish. I know I think it was my great as well that came from on my paternal grandparents' side came from.
And where we live,
Ireland.
It's known as the Irish Riviera.
Yes, we have a lot of Irish folks around. So
I'm Irish for one day. I'm Mexican for one day. Just whatever the holiday is, that's what I am.
Okay.
Okay,
so now I am going to make Finnegan's Wake, and this is the one that actually takes the mint garnish. So let me just find this. This cocktail is actually a riff on The Last Word, which is another cocktail that I really like.
Yeah, that's
so basically all I'm doing all these cocktails are just taking classic cocktail recipes and replacing the liquor with Irish whiskey. Now I haven't tasted this drink before, but I'm actually interested in tasting it because this drink is traditionally made with gin. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how the whiskey holds up to things. So it is going to be, this is another cocktail that's a 1-1-1-1. So it's very easy to remember, which is always good on St. Patrick's Day. You don't want to have to think too hard. But this drink has lime juice in it. So we are going to shake it because so it is 1 part whiskey, and I'm going to use the Slanes. 1 part green chartreuse, which this is what's going to give it the green color, and 1 part Luxardo liqueur, and 1 part freshly squeezed and strained lime juice. So, and then we're gonna this is the one that gets garnished with the mint. Whoa, sorry.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, you may.
If you're ever making fresh juices like lemon or orange or lime,
You can scoot over.
you should
I
have
don't
one
have
of
the
these
split
things.
screen on.
You can squeeze stuff so quickly, so easily, and it just does a super job. You can go through 20 limes in what, 10 minutes?
Yes, and
honestly, it is so fast. It's so easy.
and it's made of plastic, so it doesn't. And the inside is stainless steel, so it doesn't rust. I can't remember the name of it. I have a lime one and a lemon one. I can't remember the brand, but there's a nice little gear in it, so it makes it easy to open and close. And the other thing that's really nice about using a press like that is when you squeeze it, you actually get some of the citrus oil in the juice. So I feel like it's much more fragrant and flavorful.
It's a good investment if you're, doing things like that, especially this summer.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, I think they're under $20. 20. Well, who knows now? Maybe, but probably $20 at the max. They actually have an orange size too. I don't have that one, but I want to get that because we used to ream everything. Use a reamer.
And then you just get all this pulp and it takes a lot longer.
Much longer. Yeah.
This you can do a lime in like 30 seconds, a whole,
Yeah. So definitely.
I just wanted to mention that. Plus, I like kitchen tools and gadgets. So.
Oh, he likes kitchen tools. I'm the gadget girl. I actually haven't gotten any gadgets lately. I think I was on gadget probation. Well, I guess I got the aprons, so you can say that's a gadget.
For a month. This is our first time wearing them. You guys like them? This is leather.
Yes, this is really nice because it's engraved leather. They engraved the logo. It was all part of.
But she only bought me a half one, just the bottom part.
Okay, now I'm going to give this a good shake.
What's that beeping?
Okay, so as always, you want to shake till you can't hold that shaker anymore. And I'm going to serve this in coupe glasses. I have my coupe glasses chilling. And
we're almost there.
As always, in our shake and drink, so our stirred cocktails use a julep strainer, and our shaken cocktails use a hawthorn. So we're gonna use a hawthorn, but then we always use the fine mesh strainer as well. This way it gets ice chunks and any pulp that may still be in the glass, and it just makes for a nice, smooth, silky cocktail.
Yeah, you don't want your cocktail to be chewy or crunchy or any of that kind of stuff. And this takes all the pulp out and any ice crystals, which is nice. So.
And then I'm just gonna pull. So I always like to keep my mint in a little jar because mints are flowers or and so if you just keep them in the little jar, they get nice and I'm just going to give it a little slap to get some of that fragrance out of there. I always like just trying to unfortunately, I looked and we didn't have any mint in our garden yet. Actually, last year, this time we did, because I think I made something that had mint in it too, but this year, not so much, too cold. So here are your Finnegan's Wake. So you want to come taste your Finnegan's Wake, dear?
Looks like a last word. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
That's really good. It's because it doesn't have the gin in it, it's a little heavier, but it's got a really good kind of earthy flavor.
Yeah. No,
it's delicious. Good. Yeah. I could go for this. This is a winner. Winner.
Fish
Okay.
dinner.
So let's see. Patty says, love the aprons. Thank you, Patty. And Dave says, nice bouquet of flowers. Yes, Mike always stops and gets a bouquet of flowers from Trader Joe's every week. So.
Yeah, either in the summer, I try to grow a lot of flowers. So I'm always cutting them then, but in the wintertime, I don't. And so I always go to Trader Joe's usually on Thursdays and I grab a big bouquet there. And it's only got a little bit of green in terms of the flowers there, but
Okay, so what do you got going on, hon?
I don't know. Let's see here.
You don't know?
No, I think this looks pretty darn done.
Here, let me turn on the food.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek at one of the fillets just to double check. Don't touch that.
I honestly think it could go a little longer. Because you want that, don't you want that crispy?
Well, I'm gonna crisp it up.
Okay. I like my cheese crispy or bubbly, but that looks really good. I don't know. I don't care what they say about how you shouldn't put cheese on seafood. Whoa. Mike, that was like
No,
that.
it wasn't. It was far back from you. Another kitchen tool.
Okay. So, he's been dying to show off his torch skills.
Well, I use it all the time, but anyway.
Well, on the show, I was saying.
Oh, on the show, yes. So now it's got a nice crispiness to it. It's actually smoking. Put it out, put it out, put it out.
I know.
So, and then, so this will be our dinner.
I turn the camera
Tonight.
off. And
I
then
can't
just a
touch
minute,
that 'cause
I
it's
can't.
hot.
I gotta find out where the food cam is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Oh, I can smell my hair burning.
oh, it's not burning.
Oh,
Wasn't even close to you.
well, something's
So I'm going to
burning.
move this. And then here is our salad, and this is going to be our dessert. This is fresh sliced strawberries. I had to use frozen peaches because there was no peaches at the store. And then I have some pomegranate seeds in there. And then this is non-fat, organic yogurt. I forget what kind. Yoplait? Is that
Greek.
Greek yogurt?
No,
And
it's Trader Joe's, I think. I don't think it's Yoplait.
Yeah, I don't remember. Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna hide the food cam so
It's
people can see you talking.
Fage.
Oh, yeah.
Fage. And then I just threw some mint leaves in there. So, and then I have spinach over there that I will finish sauteing in just a couple of minutes because it doesn't take that long.
Okay.
So that's all I have.
That's all I have. So cheers.
Cheers.
Have a happy St. Patrick's Day. And stay safe. Stay safe.
Yes.
And
go to the Voyage if you're in Marshfield this week down in Hummerock, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I believe they have activities going on. So check it out. It's a good time. Kevin
says, love the torch. And Dave says, you were safe. Yeah, I think I was safe. Yeah. Happy I say that every year.
Yeah,
every holiday is Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, give
early,
thanks.
And then
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Did you tell your sister happy birthday?
Oh, I just want to tell my sister, my big sister, who's shorter than me, happy birthday. I'm not going to say how old she is, but she's older than me, and you guys know that I'm old. So anyway, happy birthday, Carol.
Happy birthday, Carol.
I love you very much, and I can't wait to get back there to see you guys. And
okay, bye-bye.